per cycle, right?
Yes,
This
sir.
one,
Module 3 is vapor per cycle.
model 5 is reciprocating air compressor, no?
Yes, sir.
That I don't have here. That's why I shared printed notes actually.
Okay, okay.
Now whatever there, this psychrometry I have complete notes I have. Okay, I'll share that one. And
Okay,
meantime, I have shared the printed notes also. That psychrometry printed notes is there, and I'll share the handwritten notes also. Okay.
okay, sir.
Okay. Whatever there in my side, I'll post all the things in Google Classroom.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So today I'll explain once again psychrometric chart. Okay. Okay, this is the what psychrometric chart. Okay, so this one you can find out at the end of your thermodynamics data handbook. So you'll get the data handbook in the exam. At the end page, you are having a psychrometric chart. How we are having compressibility chart in basic thermodynamics. So after compressibility chart only, this chart is there. Okay, so suppose anybody is having a thermodynamics data handbook, you can refer it. It is available in your thermodynamics data handbook, and this data handbook will be provided in the main exam. Okay, so that one, that part I took and I'm explaining now. Okay, this is called as psychrometric chart. Okay, so already you know psychrometry is the science which deals with the study of the properties of moist air. Okay, moist air means what? It is a combination of dry air and the water particles in suspension. Okay, so the terms related to this psychrometric chart, you know, first one is dry bulb temperature. Dry bulb temperature is the temperature of dry air. Okay, and it is usually measured by your normal thermometer. That is the temperature of dry air is called as dry bulb temperature. Okay, and you see first you see the structure of psychrometric chart. Okay, the I'll tell what are the lines you are having. Okay, don't make confusion. Okay, it seems to be very complicated. It's not complicated. First you will analyze the lines one by one. Okay, the first always we are going to start with the dry bulb temperature lines. Dry bulb temperature is the temperature of dry air. Okay, and it is measured in degrees Celsius. Okay, here you see the diagram. So you see the vertical lines. Okay, whatever vertical lines are projecting, no, all the vertical lines. You see the first. Okay, don't see all the lines. First, you see only the vertical lines, whatever visible in the diagram. Okay, vertical lines. All the vertical lines are dry bulb temperature line. Okay, this is your x-axis. You can see the x-axis, and it is the dry bulb temperature lines. The temperatures are ranging from -5, 0 degree, 5 degrees Celsius, 10 degrees Celsius, 15 degrees Celsius, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, this is the vertical lines from bottom to top. You can see vertical lines are dry bulb temperature lines. Okay, and the unit is degree Celsius. Okay, and in between 0 to 5 we are having 4 lines. Okay, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Next, in between 5 and 10 we are having 4 vertical lines. So each indicates 1 degree Celsius, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 like that. So that all the vertical lines indicates your dry bulb temperature lines, you remember. Okay, and this is the first one. Okay, second definition what we studied is your a specific humidity. Specific humidity is, it is a ratio of water vapor to your dry air. Okay, that is how much amount of the moisture present in the dry air. That is called as a specific humidity. Okay, we studied the definition and we derived the derivation also in the theoretical part. Second one is specific humidity. Don't make confusion between a specific humidity and your relative humidity. Okay, specific humidity are represented by horizontal line. You remember first one is most important is dry bulb temperature line, all vertical lines. Okay, next you are having the specific humidity lines. You can see what I am seeing. I am moving the cursor. You see these are all the horizontal lines from right to left. is represented by your specific humidity line. Okay, you see it is varying from 0.002 to 0.004, 0.006, and the unit of specific humidity is kg per kg dry air. Okay, as I said, it is a ratio of the amount of the water vapor present in 1 kg of dry air, that is called as specific humidity, represented by symbol omega, and unit is kg per kg dry air. In the psychrometric chart, you can see the values. Okay, it is in the right hand side. Okay, so these are the specific humidity lines taking from, so this one all horizontal lines. Okay, suppose what is specific humidity at this point. Okay, so I am see the cursor here, it is lies in between 0.0020 to 0.022. It is in between, so we can take the average of 2. This is the specific humidity line. The first all vertical lines are the dry bulb temperature. All horizontal lines what you are taking from the right to left is your specific humidity lines. This is the second line. Okay, and then third line, so you can see this curve is there. No, this is called as saturation line. Okay, saturation means there is no humidity at all. Maximum we can find, we can get 100% humidity at the saturation. Beyond saturation, so we are having you'll get steam stage. Okay, we are not studying the steam stage. Okay, we are studying only the moist air. That's why you have to take all the values in between the saturated curve and this curve. Okay, so this is this curve, that inclined curve is called as saturation curve. Okay, where you'll get 100% relative humidity. Okay, relative humidity is going to express in terms of a percentage. Okay, here we are having the 100% humidity, or it is also called as saturated line. So okay, first you see the three lines. First one is x-axis line, and whatever the vertical lines are projecting, these are called as dBT line. Now you see the y-axis. Y-axis is a straight line, and whatever the values at this one indicates your specific humidity lines. And next, this is the important thing. This is called as saturated curve. In the saturated curve, so we are going to represent two temperatures into picture. One is wet bulb temperature line, and one is dew point temperature line. Okay, so remember dBT is vertical line from bottom to top. Next we are having the horizontal line from right to left, and then third important curve is your saturation curve. Saturation curve, so here we are going to represent two temperature. One is WBT, wet bulb temperature, and one is your dew point temperature. Okay, before that you should know the definition of wet bulb temperature and dew point temperature. Wet bulb temperature is the temperature of the moist air. Okay, so how we are going to measure wet bulb temperature is that, okay, so we are going to we are going to cover that bulb of the thermometer with a wetted cloth, and we are going to expose to the atmosphere. That is how to measure the wet bulb temperature. Okay, we are having the wetted cloth, or it is also called as wick. It is cover at the end of thermometer. Then when that thermometer is connected to the when it is exposed to the atmosphere, so whatever the moisture content in the atmosphere enters into that wet cloth. Okay, and then so the moisture effect takes place, that gives the temperature. So whenever that moisture enters into that wet cloth, then vapor formation takes place, and that given by the temperature reading, that is called as wet bulb temperature. Then how we are going to measure the wet bulb temperature in the psychrometric chart? Okay, so we concentrated till now only on vertical line and horizontal line. So now you observe the inclined lines. Okay, the inclined lines, you can see there are so many inclined lines are there. Okay, in the a psychrometric chart. Okay, and they are projecting from saturation curve. You remember, So we have to take the wet bulb temperature always with respect to saturation curve. Okay. So all the inclined lines you can see, there are so many inclined lines. You see, up to starting from beginning to the end, we are having the so many inclined lines. All the inclined lines are the wet bulb temperature lines. Okay. The first one is dry bulb temperature or vertical lines. The horizontal lines from right to left is your specific humidity lines, and third lines are inclined lines or wet bulb temperature lines. You remember all the inclined lines are wet bulb temperature lines. So meantime, you can observe some more lines are there, inclined lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are called as specific volume lines. Okay, inclined lines, you see there are so many inclined lines are there. These are called as the wet bulb temperature lines. Okay, next I said one more temperature, okay, that is called as dew point temperature line. Okay, dew point temperature is the temperature at which the moist air is converted into condensation form. So the temperature at which the moist air gets condensed. Condensation means what? The changing of the phase, okay, into liquid state. That is called as dew point temperature. Abbreviation is DPT. Okay, DBT is dry bulb temperature, WBT is a wet bulb temperature, and DPT is dew point temperature. Now once again you have to take DPT on the saturation curve only. Okay, then how to locate that point? All the inclined lines are your WBT, and DPT means you have to take in a horizontal direction. That's it. Okay, now I'll give an example, you'll come to know. First I'll explain all the lines, okay, one by one. So DPT are the horizontal lines passing from saturation curve, and you are going to take from left to right. Okay, so you remember, suppose I have a DPT of 25, you say, for example 25. Where is that 25? Okay, here 25, you can take this 25, move up like this, and then where it cuts your saturation curve. Okay, so this is suppose you are taking the DPT in horizontal direction, that is called as DPT, and specific humidity is 0.02. Suppose if you are going to find out what is the WBT, okay, and what is the WBT of 25 degrees Celsius? 25 degrees Celsius, you see, dry bulb temperature is your vertical line, just you move up 25. Suppose if you are taking in horizontal direction, that is your the value of DPT, and suppose you take in the inclined direction, suppose if you move in the inclined direction, so what is specific humidity at 25 degree? WBT is 0.012. Like that you have to mark the point. Okay, very simple. I'll take one example of 25 degree Celsius DBT, WBT and DPT. Okay, to find out the specific humidity at that particular point. Okay, suppose if you take DBT 25 degrees Celsius and WBT is, you have to take the inclined way. Okay, you see this is the 25 degree you are taking from the bottom, so just move up till it cuts the saturation curve. Okay, here somewhere it cuts. And what is the specific humidity at 25 WBT? Suppose you take in the inclined way. Okay, so it cuts here. What is the specific humidity at 25 degree? WBT is 0.012. And suppose if you take in the horizontal direction, okay, 25 degrees there, and where it cuts, you have to take always on the saturation curve, and you move in the horizontal direction, that is your DPT. Specific humidity at DPT 25 degrees Celsius is nearly 0.012. Whenever you move in inclined direction, that gives your WBT. Whenever you move in the horizontal direction from left to right, that is your DPT. And whenever you take the value from this one to left, right to left, is your specific humidity. Only you have to locate the point properly. Okay, and 25 degree DPT is what? you have to here there is no marking is there, that's why you have to start from this 25 is there at the bottom, you have to start that vertical line and till where it cuts you have to locate. Okay, here it cuts the saturation curve. Suppose if you move in the inclined direction, that is your WBT. Suppose if you take in the straight direction, that is horizontal direction, that is your DPT. Okay, don't make confusion between WBT and DPT. WBT is your wet bulb temperature. We will get different properties at WBT and we will get different properties at DPT. Okay. Now what I am taking it to find out the specific humidity at 25 degrees Celsius DPT and WBT. Suppose if they give problem like that, in that case, how to find out the specific humidity at 25 degree WBT? Okay, here only you'll get confused. In that case, what you can do, just 25 is there, no, just you move up like this, you where and saturation curve, where it cuts the saturation curve, and then move in inclined direction. Okay, and this is the value 0.012 is the specific humidity at 25 degree WBT. Suppose if you take in the horizontal direction, okay, here 25 degrees there, you can see, just move up where it cuts saturation curve and then move in the right direction from left to right and locate the point. So 0.0019, okay, approximately 0.0019 is specific humidity. Okay, so at DPT we are having higher specific humidity, at WBT we are having lower specific humidity. This is how to locate the point. First analyze the location of the points DBT, DPT and WBT. Okay, these are the most important things. Okay, any doubts? DBT, DPT and WBT. Okay.
So can you just start with a problem? It will be more clear.
Okay, okay, okay. ಸರ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಸರ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತು ಸರ್. ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಇದು ಶೇರ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಸರ್ ಇದು? ಮೀಟ್
ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ?
ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್.
ಮೀಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ.
ಹಾಂ ಮೀಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ.
ಮೀಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ.
ಹಾಂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಇದು
ಇದು ಸೈಜಾ? ಮೀಟ್ ಫುಲ್ ಇದೆ.
ಹಾಂ
ಇದು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿ
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬರ್ತಾವ ಒಂದು ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತಾವ.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಓಪನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಇದು ವಿಂಡೋಸ್ ಬರ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ವಿಂಡೋ, ಇದು ಎ ವಿಂಡೋ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಸರ್.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ಹೌದಾ? ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ.
ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
Okay, guys, I'll explain with one problem. Okay, so they give the two values: dry bulb temperature of 20 degrees Celsius and wet bulb temperature of 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, like that they will give in the problem. Okay, so dry bulb temperature of 20 degrees Celsius and wet bulb temperature of 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, first you have to find out the intersection point. Okay, 20 degrees Celsius is your the vertical line. So where is your wet bulb temperature? As I say, dry bulb temperature is vertical line and wet bulb temperature is your the temperature you are going to measure from the saturation curve. So first, this is a 20 degrees Celsius vertical line always you have to take, and wet bulb temperature of 10 degrees Celsius means you see the 10 degree line, just you move up and where it cuts your saturation curve. So this is your thus wet bulb temperature, and you have to move in an inclined direction. Okay, inclined direction where it cuts your the 20 degrees Celsius. You see this is a point to locate your intersection point. So you remember, in order to find out the any property, we need two important properties, then only we can locate the intersection point. In this problem I took two properties. One is dry bulb temperature of 20 degrees Celsius and 10 degrees Celsius wet bulb temperature. For that one you have to locate the intersection point. So anyhow 20 degrees Celsius is dBT, and how to locate 10 degrees Celsius WBT is most important. In that case what you can see here, there is no marking is there 10 degrees Celsius of WBT. In that case what you can take, first you have to take whatever 10 is mentioned at the bottom and then move up. Okay, move up till it cuts your saturation curve. And as I said, WBT lines are inclined lines. Okay, so you have to move down. So where it cuts your 20 degree DBT. Okay, this is your intersection point. Okay, this is how to locate DBT and WBT. So once you locate the point, you can find out all the properties very easily. So how to locate what are the properties? The first you have to find out specific humidity. Specific humidity means what? Just you move this one till here up to y-axis. 0.005 is your specific humidity, and mark that point. Okay, where that point, this is your specific humidity moving from left to right, and you have to locate the point on the y-axis. Y-axis is nothing but your the specific humidity. Next, how to find out your relative humidity. Relative humidity means what? So this curved lines are there, no? 30% is exactly passing on that curve. Okay, So here one is location of the point is important, that is 20 degree DBT and 10 degree WBT. 20 degrees vertical line, and how to locate 10 degree WBT is go to 10 here, move up where it cuts the saturation line, then move in an inclined direction, and where it cuts your DBT. This is your the intersection point of 20 degree DBT and 10
So
degree.
20 is given, no, sir.
That's 20 is your DBT, dry bulb temperature line. Okay.
20.
So you remember, I'm telling one example.
Even 10 is also dry bulb temperature.
No. 10 is your
10 is
wet bulb temperature. That's why I'm telling two important parameters is required. And DBT is always higher than your WBT. Okay. 10 is your WBT. WBT are inclined lines. And
Yes,
20, now I'll clear it is. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So how to get the relative humidity?
I'll tell. No, first you understand the location of points. Okay, then only you can find out. Okay, location is important there. So once you locate the point properly, you can find out other properties. But suppose not understanding location only, it is very difficult. Okay, so that's why I am telling. Chinmay, have you understood now?
So first you go to 10 because it is the wet bulb temperature.
Okay, like that only you can do it. Okay, so first you go to wet bulb temperature only. Okay, 10 degrees Celsius is wet bulb temperature, right? So 10 is there. You mark on that saturation curve and then come down. Okay, 20 degrees is your DBT. Okay, is here 20 degrees DBT, right?
Yes, sir.
That is your point. Okay, no problem. That is easy. First you locate WBT only, then you take DBT. Okay, according to your convenience you can take. Okay. This is the intersection point. Suppose if it is 30 degree DBT means you have to move still further like this. Okay. If it is 25 degree, you have to move where that point cuts your a particular temperature line. Okay. It is 25 degree DBT. Okay. 10 degree WBTs you come up. Okay. And then move in inclined way, and then where it cuts your 20 degree. This is your intersection point. Okay. This is the intersection point of 10 degree WBT and 20 degree DBT. Okay. Suppose you are having only one property, we cannot find out. You remember we have two properties. Any two properties we want. Okay. Then only you can look at the intersection point. Understood? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, after location of the points, you have to find out the property. Okay. So you can see one inclined curve is passing through this point. Okay. You can see this curve. Okay. Exactly passing through that point only, intersection point only. Okay. That curve. Okay. You see the curve. It is passing from here to here. Okay. That curve is called as relative humidity line. Okay. Relative humidity is going to express in percentage, that is 20% is relative humidity. So like that, so wherever your point is there, you see the curves here. You see the curves are passing. This is a one curve, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth curves. You see these curves are called as relative humidity lines. And here whatever point what I'm getting at 10 degree WBT and 20 degree DBT is your whatever the humidity line is, it is very nearer to 20%. Then you write the relative humidity as 20%. Suppose if it lies in between 10 and 20, you have to take a 15. Okay. Suppose if it is in between two lines. Okay. We are having only 10 lines. Okay. Suppose it is passing exactly on that point, you write that value 20% relative humidity. 30%, 40%, like that. Suppose if it lies, that point lies in between the two curves, we can write it as the average, like 15%. This is how to find out the relative humidity line. Okay, understood? Relative humidity. So relative humidity lines
so
are.
if it is in between relative humidity lines.
You have to take average. Okay, suppose you see here you can observe it is 10%, right? And this line is, this is 20% light. Suppose if my point lies in between, just you this one, take this point, okay, whatever I'm putting the cursor, no, suppose if your point is lies in between 10% and 20%, and you have to write approximate value, okay, will not get exact value. If it is middle means you write humidity as 15%, okay. Suppose if it is nearer to this one, okay, you can write 12%. It is exactly on this line, you have to write 10%, okay. We can write only 10% and 20% accurately, but the points lying in between you have to analyze. If it is exactly in between, you have to write midpoint, that is 15%. If it is nearer to this one, suppose my point is here, in that case you write 18%. If it is here, it is 16%. If it is middle, that is 15%. And if the point is nearer to 10, it is 11%. Like that you have to write. We cannot write the accurate values in a chart, okay, just you have to write the approximate value, okay. So but suppose my point is exactly here, in that case you can write relative humidity as 20%. Understood? This is how to locate the relative humidity. Any doubts in relative humidity? Second point.
No, sir.
Okay. Next, after that one, you have to find out specific volume. You see, there are broader lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There are only 6 lines are there. These are called specific volume lines. Okay, specific volume of the moist air, and it is going to express in meter cube per kg. Okay, what is the specific? Suppose in the previous example, what I took, 10 degree WBT and 20 degrees Celsius is your dBT. So okay, this is 10 degrees Celsius is WBT, and you are going to move in inclined direction where it curves. Here it curves, it is 20 degree. So relative humidity is your 20%. Exactly, it is very nearer to 20%. And you see one more line is there. This line, this is nearer to your intersection point. What is specific? Sorry, this is called a specific volume line. 0.825 meter cube per kg is your specific volume. One is relative humidity is 20%. Specific volume is 0.2825 because that intersection point is very close to this inclined line. You see, this inclined line is your specific volume line. Suppose if my point, you see, you can see the one point, it lies in between these two specific volume lines. In that case, you are going to take the average of these two values, okay, because we cannot tell this value or this value. In that case, what you can do, so you can see one point marked here. This point is lies in between two lines. In that case, specific volume is 0.85 plus 0.825 divided by 2. That value you can take. But whatever example I took, 10 degree WBT and 20 degree dPTs, my line is very nearer to 0.825. That's why you write directly 0.825 meter cube per kg specific volume. And this curve is exactly passing, that is relative humidity line, that is 20%. And two more things you have to find out. One is specific humidity and one is enthalpy. Okay, how to find out specific humidity? So you are having the intersection point where 10 degree WBT and 20 degree dBT. This is the intersection point. That intersection point is most important. So with the help of that one, you can locate the other points. How to find out specific humidity? Just you move in the horizontal direction, okay, horizontal direction. So whatever value is there here, that gives your specific humidity. Here it is nearer to 0.002. You can take the accurate value. It lies in between 0.002 and 004. You can divide like this: 0.0024, 0.0028, 0.0032, like that you can divide. And where that point is there, you can locate, okay. So otherwise, you can write the nearest value. Okay. This is how to locate specific humidity. First location, that is 10 degree WBT, 20 degree your dPT. Okay, here is there. This is your point, and the line is exactly passing. Relative humidity is 20%, and the specific volume line. And how to find out specific humidity line means you have to move in the right direction, and whatever value on the y-axis gives a specific humidity. And this is the third parameter. What are the things we found out? First one, relative humidity. Second one is specific volume. Third one is your specific humidity. Okay, don't make confusion between specific humidity and specific volume. Specific humidity are horizontal lines, whatever indicates on the right side. Okay, specific volume lines are broader lines. Only 6 lines are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, one is specific volume line and one is your specific humidity lines. And one more important things you have to find out is your enthalpy. You see, some lines are there at the outer side of the saturation curve. Okay, so these lines are called as enthalpy lines. Enthalpy means the heat content of moist air. Okay, so that is also very simple. Wherever you are having that point, okay, 10 degree WBT and 20 degree DBT is your intersection point here. Okay. Any doubts in psychrometric chart? So which part you have not understood? Tell me so that I can explain that part. Students. So which part you have not understood in the psychrometric chart?
Sir, so directly
So
the
how
values
would
will
the
be given.
problem be?
Tell me what.
The
So the
values will
problems
be
how would
okay.
they ask?
So please anyone. Okay. So that tell me, Chinmay, what doubts?
So the values will directly be given, and we have to just get the relative humidity and specific humidity.
Correct. Okay. Two values they will give. Okay.
Sir,
Okay.
you are talking about that enthalpy.
Enthalpy. No. Okay. You have not understood that part. Okay.
Sir, you just disconnected that time.
Okay. That the internet connectivity problem was there. That's why this
Yeah,
is disconnected.
please repeat
So
once.
then, remaining thing you understood, like
Yeah,
how
specific
to.
humidity, relative humidity, and specific volume. Yeah.
You understood. Okay. Now I'll explain the enthalpy line, how to find out the enthalpy. Okay. But you understood how to locate the intersection point. That is most important. Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. So once you understand remaining thing, you can easily do it. Okay. I'll explain how to find out enthalpy. Okay.
So once can you also tell about the volumes, how to find out the volume?
Okay. Specific volume. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you understood how to locate the intersection point. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, I'll explain. Okay. And what example I took is 10 degree WBT and 20 degree DBT. Okay. So 10 degree DBT, WBT, how we are going to take? You are taking from this one and you are moving in the inclined direction. Okay. This is a 10 degrees Celsius and then you are moving in the inclined direction where it cuts your 20 degrees Celsius. Okay. So this is your 10. You are moving like this and moving in the inclined direction. So where it cuts your 20 degrees Celsius. Okay. So somewhere here it cuts. Okay. So this is the intersection point. Okay. So relative humidity, it is nearer to 20%. You write directly 20%. Okay. Specific humidity, you are moving from left to right. Okay, that is your specific humidity. And next, two more important parts. One is specific volume line and one is your enthalpy line. Okay, so 10 degree WBT and then this is 10 degree. Okay, and then 20 degree WBT, you have to move in the inclined direction. So this is your, 10 WBT. Here you are moving in the inclined direction like this. Okay, so somewhere you are getting this is the intersection point. Okay, so specific volume line is, okay, so you can see there are 6 lines are there. One, so it is 0.775 meter cube per kg. Second one, 0.8 meter cube per kg. And third line, this is the inclined line. Okay, this is 0.825. And fourth line, 0.85. These are the specific volume line. One more is there. Okay, 0.875. And last one is your 0.9. There are only 6 specific volume lines are there. So sometimes they asked find out specific volume at that particular given condition. Okay, so already you know how to locate the point. 10 degree. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is this one. Okay, like that you are moving in the inclined direction. Where is this cuts? Okay, 20 degree. So okay, somewhere it cuts here. Okay, so this is your intersection point. Relative humidity is your how much? 30%. So and then that point is nearer to your 0.825. You see, you have to analyze that point where it is, which line is nearer. Okay, and this line is far away from this point. Okay, you cannot take that value. You have to take the nearest one. Okay, nearest one is your 0.825. Okay, this inclined line is there. No, that is your specific volume line. Okay.
So we will take the nearest one, or we will make an approximate value according to that.
Okay, approximate only you can take. In that case, you have to write accurate thing. If it is in between, no, you have to take accurate middle value. Middle value means how much? The average of 2 values. Okay. Yeah. If it is nearer to this one, you can write that value only, no problem. Okay. You cannot write the approximate value. Okay. You have to analyze the nearest one. Okay. nearest line is 0.85. Okay, you can write directly 0.825. Suppose if it is lies in exactly in between, in that case you have to take interpolation. Interpolation means 0.825 plus 0.85 divided by 2. When the point lies exactly middle, okay, so by seeing the location you will come to know where it locates, whether it is nearer to this line or nearer to this line or exactly in the middle. If it is in the middle, in that case only you have to take the intersection, that is the interpolation. Suppose if it is nearer to that particular line, you take that line value only. Okay, don't take other value. Okay, so but location is most important there. Okay, by location you'll come to know. That's why what you can do, just you only take one example. Okay, so I'll give some 30% relative humidity and 30° dBT. You only take one example and you try to analyze. Okay, so in the second, and one more thing, last part, first I'll explain that enthalpy, how to find out enthalpy. This is about a specific volume. Last part is your specific enthalpy. Enthalpy means the heat content of moisture. What example I took is 10° WBT. Okay, this is a 10, and then you are moving in the inclined direction. 20° I took. Okay, so somewhere you'll get here. Then what about enthalpy? Enthalpy means you have to move in the inclined direction. You see, I'm moving in inclined direction till at the outside, you see, outer border. Okay, so don't take up to the saturation curve. Still you have to move. Some more inclined lines are there beyond the saturation curve. Okay, so whatever the lines you are seeing, no, so these lines, these are called as enthalpy lines. So enthalpy varying from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 like that. So you have to move that particular point in the inclined direction. So in the reverse way. Okay, and you have to locate that point. Okay, this is 30°. 30 kilojoules is your enthalpy. Okay, that is the heat content of that moisture is 30 kilojoules per kg. This is the last part, how to find out the enthalpy. So location, after locating this point, you have to move in an inclined direction. Okay, in the left side. Okay, so till it cuts the border. Okay, where is this border? This one border. Don't take on the saturation line curve. So you have to move still further. So whatever the lines outside the curve are your enthalpy lines. Okay, so suppose you are having the point here, 10° WBT. Okay, 10° WBT and 20° dBT. Okay, 20° dBT. Okay, somewhere here. So then how to get the enthalpy is just you move. So one inclined line always passing through that point, just you move that line only. Okay, till it cuts your, where it cuts your enthalpy line. Okay, so it is exactly in the middle. Once again you see, so we are having the 5 divisions between 25 and 30, and it is exactly in the middle of 25 and 30. So you'll get 25 plus 30 divided by 2, or you can write 27.5 kilojoules per kg. So,
sir, it will become 30 only.
30, yeah? Okay, no problem.
We will take the the WBT value which it is intersecting the line. That one we will take.
Same thing. Okay, that one only. Correct. WBT and enthalpy both are same. Okay, so WBT lines and enthalpy lines are same. Okay, so that WBT line is also inclined line, and your enthalpy lines are also the inclined line. In that line only you can take. Okay, same thing. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now WBT line and enthalpy line are same, you remember. Okay, both are inclined lines only, and you see all the lines, inclined lines only. WBT lines, so, and enthalpy lines are same. Okay, but for enthalpy you are moving upwards. Okay, and to get the exact value. Okay, understood? WBT and enthalpy lines are same, coinciding. Okay, both are coinciding. Anybody how to locate DPT? Can you tell? Okay.
Horizontally towards the left. Sir.
Correct. Exactly right. Okay. So whatever intersection is there, no, you have to move in the horizontal direction from right to left. That is your DPT. Inclined line is your WBT. Okay. In this example only, 10°. Now this one, and then 20 degree or whatever you can take 20 degree. And what is your DPT means, just you have to move in the left direction. Okay, it is around below 0 degree Celsius only. Okay, like that. Sometimes you may get here, that is your you have to come down, it is 8 degrees Celsius, like that. You have to find out. You have to move from that point to right direction gives your specific humidity. From that particular point towards left, that gives your DPT, and in the inclined direction that gives your enthalpy, and also your WBT. Okay, and relative humidity lines are passing your specific volume lines. These are the 6 lines comes into picture. Okay, one is DBT, WBT, specific humidity, relative humidity, specific volume, and enthalpy. These are the 6 lines. But before that, you have to understand the location of the point. Okay. Now, another point I'll take. Okay. I hope you understood this one. Any doubts? Okay.
No doubt, sir.
Okay, just I'll share one problem in the WhatsApp pair. Just you only analyze, can you tell the values? Okay, just I'll give an example, simple example, how to locate the point and how to find out the values. Okay, just I have shared that psychrometric chart in the WhatsApp group. Okay, just I'll give one simple example. You only locate and you only analyze the value, just so that I came to know whether you understood it or not. Okay, just I'll give one simple example. You locate the point. Okay, and then you tell the values. Okay. Okay, I hope you understood the chart. Okay. Tomorrow class, I'll explain the numerical problems. Okay.